For the weapons of our weapon are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down the strongholds. Standing at attention when the sons of God. Nobody say a word when the place is saint. Hebrews 4.
The other nation got to get to the bottom while we rise to the top.
And gang, call up the troops, boots on the pavement. Call up the troops.
7 days unleavened bread, fringes swinging, Bible spread. Brothers with uncovered heads, spitting fire, scriptures read. Teaching we're the Israelites, not confused with Ishmaelites.
You're walking around with Jephthah, but we bring him back to king.
Gold menorah on my bike, uniform of a prophet, Choco boots and shining blight. Esau is in full of tight.
It's perverseness. Thighs out, breasts out, hips out, vagina showing, man shirt off, pants sagging. That's perverseness.
People he will recompense it back. Christ is coming, he's the son.
Who's the king? 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 Because he's black.
Standing at attention when the sons of God. Nobody say a word when the place is saint. Hebrews 4 and 12, better know your place. Scripture slicing both ways, we ain't playing games. Call up the troops, boots on the pavement.
Just on how to teach our people better ways, more effective ways to come up out the sin that they in. We know what we're going to do every single day because God gave us purpose.
That's right.
He gave us purpose once we put all the BS to the side, all the white man science to the side that tell you DNA, what's that damn thing called? Ancestry.com, all of that BS. We put all that to the side and said, Lord, I'll follow you. Christ said, my sheep hear my voice and another they will not follow. So when it comes about the earth being a circle or a spirit, we don't give a damn what the white man said about that at all, because the whole earth was made for our sakes. And when Christ come back, if we got that question for him, he gonna tell us what the hell the earth is shaped like. Until then, we gonna be worried about raising up our people that are in sleep, keeping the commandments of God, getting our families right, getting our women off drugs, out of these damn pants that cause them to be baby mamas.
That's right.
But going back to the commandments, 1 John 5, and let's read verse 3.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is how you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the Israelites according to the Bible, this is how you love God. We're going to give you, it ain't just, oh, he's in my heart, or I said the sinner's prayer. Where's the daggone sinner's prayer in the Bible? It's not there. It's some stuff made up by white man religion.
That's right.
And the reason why I got to speak plain about white man is because that's where you got religion from.
That's right.
Nowhere in the Bible does it tell you to be a Baptist. That's Christ's cousin. Nowhere it says be a Pentecostal. That's a holy day of God to celebrate.
Right.
Nowhere does it say that you can be spiritual and do your own thing.
Right.
Nowhere does it say you can go to a church as non-denominational. Those is vain imaginations. So this is how you love God, blacks and Hispanics. Read.
That we keep his commandment.
God said do what?
That we keep his commandment.
Now we in the New Testament. We right before Revelation. And they still speaking about the commandments of God.
That's right.
So how can your pastor, TD Snakes, and Creflo Holler for $1 tell you that the law is done away with? Read it again.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
It's not hard for a woman to come up out of pants and wear a dress when you're not full of lust. The reason why women wear pants is because you want to go back to the Eve spirit. You want to be equal with your man. You want 50-50. Ain't no nigga gonna tell me what to do.
Bring it out.
That's because you got an ungodly man.
That's right.
Who don't know how to treat you according to the Bible, thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
Hey, Brother Samuel. Brother Samuel. Soldier Samuel. Soldier Samuel.
Soldier Samuel.
Personal Bible study. Hey, brothers, what's her question? What's the sister's question? I'll answer it from over there. You can stay over there and listen. What's your question? Okay, what you agreeing on? Right. All You're exactly right. That's why they gave us that image of a white man with long, stringy dog hair.
Right, right.
But hey, Proverbs 3:31. But I'm going to show you how right now, I'm going to show you how, although we know that, sister, in our actions, I can tell right now that a lot of us are enslaved with, we might know that, but we don't truly believe it, because here's how. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, and verse 31. Envy not the oppressor.
God says, envy thou not your oppressor. Read on.
And choose none of his ways.
And do what?
And choose none of his ways.
Now show me where so-called black people got long, stringy, dog-like hair like the picture they say. It ain't there, right? Why do I see a lot of women over there with long, stringy hair like they oppressor? God says what?
Choose none of their ways. Envy thou not the oppressor.
You may know that Jesus wasn't a white man, but you still envy him because your hair ain't in his natural texture God gave you.
That's right.
And I do that, I say that because I want to see you go back to what God gave you from the beginning.
Right.
The same hair that God got. He don't have blonde hair. He don't have long, stringy hair. Jesus or God don't have that kind of hair.
That's right.
Give me that in Daniel 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Do you know, sister, what kind of hair God got? Because we say we the children of God. Well, what kind of hair God got that he gave his children? Do you know, sister? What difference does it make about hair? Come over here, sister, so I can see you. Oh, go ahead. Right. The numbers of our hair are numbered. Okay, let me answer.
How much better the Lord of them is. For the first author of beauty has created them.
Guess what? God, he created beauty.
That's right.
He created the standard of beauty. Huh? So the pants ain't a part of it. Short shorts is not a part of it.
Break it out.
That's not a part of the beauty that God created. Watch this. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. I'm gonna show you something, sis. You gotta, what y'all gotta understand. Give me that Sirach 17 and 11 about the heritage. I'm gonna show you something. What you gotta understand is that everything that we're bringing out, the hair, your natural hair, sisters not wearing pants or what's that, leggings and stuff like that, dressing modestly, that's a part of your heritage. That's a part of the heritage that God gave to the Israelites.
Right.
No other nation, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Where do you see yourself on that sign? Judah. And you said it proud. Judah. That's right. Come on.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17 and verse 11. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
God gave the Israelites knowledge and an heritage. So what I'm going to give you is a part of your heritage. Not to bring you down, not to bash you, not to destroy you or nothing like that. I'm giving you your heritage back. Jeremiah 17, watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So guess what? A part of the heritage of the Israelites, God said women should not wear pants.
Right.
Women, that's a part of that beauty that we just read in Wisdom of Solomon 13. God is the author of beauty. God said what?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So now let me ask you, what is it that women wear that pertains to men?
Sign in here.
What is it that women wear today that belongs to men? Huh? Pants. There you go. Thank you, sister. Pants. Y'all gotta understand, leggings, those are undergarments. Those go under the dress. Right? God said he's the first author of beauty. God said women are to wear dresses, skirts, right? Not to Israelite women, thank you. Not showing their cleavage, not having their chest out, not having their butt out. Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither should a man dress like a woman. How would a man dress like a woman? Skirts, dresses. Now, When you go to the restroom, how are you able to determine the men's restroom for the women's restroom? Let's say you go to another country. They don't even speak English. They're not going to have men and women.
Right.
But how would you be able to discern between a woman's bathroom and a man's bathroom?
Stand there right now?
Exactly. The dress code. The dress code, right? So I'm discerning that God is really dealing with your spirit. Basic things that you understand right now, the average black and Hispanic woman doesn't understand. We walk around, we've had sisters walk up and down the block, and don't have the level of understanding and are not able to answer the way you're answering. So I understand God's dealing with your spirit, but now you got to start to actually apply.
That's right.
You know who you are. You said it proud. I'm from the tribe of Judah. That's what you said, right? Watch this. But the Israelites, something happened. Remember, God said he gave his laws to the Israelites as a heritage. Something happened though. Jeremiah
chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
God said we would discontinue from our heritage. What's our heritage?
The dress code.
Right. The dress code, the laws, the commandments.
That's right.
God said we would discontinue from that. Meaning we would no longer follow that. We would no longer apply that. We would no longer have the understanding that modesty is when a man cannot see my entire shape of my behind.
Right.
He can't see my breasts. That belongs to my husband.
That's right.
Right? You with me? All praises. What's your name, sis? Sister Charla, Sister Kathy, Sister Tawana. I'm glad y'all had that level of understanding, but it's beyond just understanding it now. Okay, so what do you got to do? What do you got to do now? Now that y'all know, you got to get it right. Don't be a hero of the word. Y'all got to be doers, because y'all got a job. Y'all got a big job to do. 1 Samuel 15:22, and you give me Titus 2. I'm gonna give y'all 2 more scriptures. Watch this. Okay, you in the world, but right now you're dressing of the world. And that's what you got to do. We're a city set on the hill. We are our own world. The world of Israel. Come on.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 22. And Samuel said, has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord?
As in obeying the voice of the Lord. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obeying what God said, that's what's going to get you into the kingdom of heaven. That's what's going to give you eternal life. And with that, I'm going to bring up the next teacher to edify y'all. Men of Israel, sons of God, patient saints, sons of God. Next teacher, come up and edify the people.
Eddie. Sister, what's your name? Charlie. Right, Charlie? I'm gay, all right? So, I got a question. Why is it important that our sisters dress in a certain way? Why is that? Right, it's a law, but why did God tell us to do it? What's the purpose behind it, right?
So we can know what we know.
Get that, Leviticus 19. Absolutely. Right. Watch this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
God says don't prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. That's not talking about physically sleeping with another man. That's talking about dress code, mindset. God says don't prostitute thy daughter. Watch this.
Lest the land, America, fall to whoredom.
This place is nothing but whoredom. Why? Read it from the top.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
So this land is whoredom. Why? Our churches say, dress as you want. Our mothers don't even know the laws of God. Our fathers are not teaching us. That's why this land, America, is full of whoredom. Read it again.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom.
God says don't do it lest the whole land fall to whoredom. So watch this. Get Matthew chapter 5 verse 24? 27. Matthew 5:27. Watch this. Matthew 5:27. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 27.
Believe it or not, sisters, you play a big role in the bringing back of the nation. God deals with men and he deals with sisters. These sisters, y'all play a big role. Watch this.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
What is adultery? Oh, what's that again? It starts with the thought. Watch this. Hold on, read on.
Verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her.
So, why would a man look on a woman to lust? What is that woman giving that man to lust? She's wearing a tight dress. Her bosom, her breast is showing. Her booty out. Read it again.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So let me ask you something. When our sisters dress like this, is they showing that they love their brothers? Is they showing they love their people? That's what the officer brought out earlier. Envy thou not the oppressor. Because you're really showing you love your oppressor. Because God says when you dress like that, you cause your brother to lust. And that's adultery, which gets you death. Read it again. We got push up. We got something. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks.
In her
haughty looks.
So God says you can judge a book by its cover.
Right.
God says you can judge a book by its cover. If it sound like a duck, if it quack like a duck, sister, what is it? It's a duck. Read it again.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly.
That's it. So go back and read Matthew 5 again. And then we're gonna go back to Leviticus.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
God says if you look after a woman to lust after her, you have committed adultery already. So go back to Leviticus. Go back to Leviticus chapter 19. You got something?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom.
So how would the land fall to whoredom, sister? We just read it. Right. So how would it fall to whoredom? Leviticus 20:19, I think it is. 2019? Or 19:20. How would the land fall to whoredom? Because our brothers would lust after our sisters. I guarantee you, sister, a woman that's dressed out of water, hold on.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.